You're listening to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey, only on LA Talk Radio.
God. All right. Well, welcome to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey.
And Moe Abourched.
And Moe Abourched, your co-host. And today, we're going to talk all about fitness and body and bodybuilding and nutrition and how to look young when you're old and how to be fit.
Let's get fit.
And we have with us tonight, Evan Marie Ruiz. Say hello,
Ruiz.
Evan.
Hello. Yes. Ruiz
or Ruiz,
or
Ruiz, not
super
Ruiz.
Mexican,
Okay.
Yeah.
And we, of course, have the infamous bodybuilder, Mr. Kevin Libby.
Retired bodybuilder.
Retired.
Retired.
Right. Listen, once you're a bodybuilder, you're always a bodybuilder. Right?
Yeah, no.
Well, glad to have you guys on the show. We're excited. Of course, Abby and I absolutely want to learn how to look like you guys. You look amazing.
Thank you.
I need to learn to get rid of my 16 packs of fat.
I love the packs.
Right?
Explain the
Packs.
packs.
Yes.
It's not a 16 pack of apps, it's 16 packs.
16 packs.
Yes.
Packs of
Packs.
Got it.
She's got 6 packs. I have 16 packs.
16
Except
packs.
the difference is mine is fat and hers is
Muscle? Can you show us? Can you just stand
I
up?
have
and
a
just
onesie on, so that's like.
you know what? No one will mind. No one will mind.
I was
really.
thinking about that on the way here. I'm like,
Oh boy.
that's funny.
This is how the show's going to go.
Right,
This
the
is
tempo
where we're
is set.
going. This is
That's
where we're
funny.
going. So let's start with you, Evan. Tell us a little bit about you.
I am from Santa Barbara, California.
Nice.
I moved out here about 10 years ago. I feel like I grew up out here because I came out here a lot. So just kind of like same vibe.
Out here meaning LA.
LA, yeah, same kind of situation. Played college softball, Antelope Valley. Always been into athletics, all that whole situation. I wanted to be a stunt double, and just getting involved with that made me fall in love with like the science part of fitness and everything. And I was like, oh, this can be a career.
Oh,
like
that's
I literally
awesome.
never thought you could make a career out of it. Like literally never.
Oh, yeah.
And
Everybody's
I had no
making
idea.
money training all the lazy fat.
You literally don't think about it until you move to LA and you're like, dang, like,
Right?
this is a legit career.
Because LA, everybody wants to look beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody
They
wants.
find value in it, and that's the cool part.
Do they find value?
They find value in having a personal trainer.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's true.
Absolutely. And Kevin?
I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I just came out to LA not even 4 years ago. I just came out. I was from Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
We will not hold that against you.
North side, yeah. Go Cubs. And
Yeah.
Go Cubs.
so I was into nutrition nearly over 20 years ago. Was trying to do that when I went to school at Northern Illinois University. I started my undergrad there, and there's no market for nutrition in Chicago. Now, beef stand, hell yeah. Deep dish pizza, more hell yeah.
They're eaters.
Yeah, they're
They
eaters.
eat.
It's a drink in town and a lot of eating.
Absolutely.
So I got away from that for 15 years. I was in construction management and engineering for some of the biggest contractors in Chicago. And I got back to I actually went and trained for a few years, got back into a personal training, and people were constantly coming to me for nutritional advice, as always. So I got back into it and then moved to LA. Moved to LA at like 36 years old. I was like, all right, fuck it. Can I say that?
This
Yeah.
is,
Absolutely.
this is the
say
place
that?
where you can make it work.
Okay, do it again. Go.
Oh,
Beep.
beep, yeah,
We do have a live audience, by the way.
Yeah.
And they're watching
my
and
mom watching?
listening.
Are they beeping us?
Mom, he didn't mean that. Really. It slipped out.
Sorry, papito.
Papi.
Papito.
So I'm looking at your picture here. I'm going to just hold this up. I don't know if it zooms in.
Oh God, please don't.
So
That-
tell us about this bodybuilding. I mean, that looks amazing, dude.
Oh, that's old school. That was all right. So I got to give props. Well, I got to throw out some names. So when I worked for Cardinal Fitness. They're a small gym franchise in Chicago, 56 locations. And our controller, she was a figure in a women's physique, and she wasn't placing very well. And I would tease her. So she goes, "You think you could do so good? Do a show." So I said, only if you place in the top 6. So she did. So I lost a bet.
And
That's
you
how
had
I
to
did my
do it.
first show. Right.
Wow.
And then everybody knows that once you go in there, I can do better next time. I can do this. I can do that. And I started doing really well. I took second in every state in the Midwest, and then I moved out here, and then qualified for nationals and did junior nationals and USAs, and that's when you start realizing, like, when you start getting to that national level, how good everybody freaking really is. And I did it just for fun, but I tried to see as far as I can go. But in the process, you learn so much about your body, and you learn how unhealthy this sport is.
Oh yeah.
And
Right?
and but at the same time, I don't work with a lot of bodybuilders. I don't work with a lot of physique athletes anymore. It's just my heart's not in it. But it was a great chapter in my life. It was super, super fun. I would never do it again.
You would never do it again.
Never do it again.
Do you miss it? Do you miss this?
No, because I got pictures.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you just look at your
Yeah,
pictures.
pictures,
like,
man.
Oh, man, that looked good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pictures.
I'm still holding on to a picture when I was like 15,
Yeah.
and I had, I was all cut up at 15.
Yeah,
Nice
shredded.
stand. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. Look.
Yeah.
And they go, what happened? I don't know.
Beauty fades.
love
Get the spray tan and you're good.
Right?
Yeah.
So Kevin, what is exactly the nutritionist do?
So what does a nutritionist do? That's a great question.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're looking for. So I work with people, all different walks of life. It's not just about weight loss. It's energy patterns. It's, I name my company Performance Health and Healing because I do work with performance athletes. I do normal health, which is weight loss, and then healing, where a lot of people have gone to a lot of their doctors and whatnot for different treatments, and then they get prescriptions, but there's still something missing.
Right.
So they'll come for the nutritional advice to heal the gut, or which everything stems from, all disease stems from the gut. So a lot of autoimmune disease, 83 different autoimmune diseases, all from the gut. So if we can heal that up, so we heal that up, and then everything kind of else falls into place.
It made me want to go inside and look at my gut right now and see what's going on. But it's true. It's all from the gut.
Right. I mean, Hippocrates, 2,500 years ago, he had it right. So,
Right.
now we're just getting back to that now. I think everybody's finally returning to the holistic kind of treatments.
Approach.
Yeah, the approach, exactly.
I think everybody's going holistic these days.
It's the only way to go. Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Holistic.
Holistic.
So what will pharmacies do when everyone goes holistic?
They'll be fine.
Right?
There's always a
There's
need and a demand.
There's billions of people
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
But I think pharmacies will also change their mindset. And I mean, they will
Yes.
start doing and selling holistic
Yes.
products because they need to cater to the
Yeah.
demand.
Exactly.
Correct,
Yeah,
yes.
they'll just change their modus operandi.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to happen. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we always.
So, Evan, on training,
Mhm.
physical training.
Yes.
So, how do you, when you take on a client, right? When you begin taking on a client, what is like some of the first things you tell them? And like, if I showed up and I was like 20 pounds overweight, and I'm like, I haven't worked out ever, and I come to you and I go, make me look like this
Not
guy.
that you work out at all.
Right?
No,
Well,
kidding.
Yeah.
I do
I think
work.
you do like.
That's it.
certain
I work out in my mind. And that actually has a lot to do with it.
I mean, it starts with the mind,
Right?
First
Yeah.
of all.
Yeah.
So that's like the first step. But I always assess every single, whether they're an actual client of mine or not, I assess everybody. And then right away, whether they buy a package or not, I put a 6-week reassessment up.
Okay.
That way, if they don't buy a package, I always like throw them a text or something saying, hey, 6 weeks, let's check your progress, see what's going on. You just want to see where this person is starting, where they want to go. Having pictures of what they want to look like is always good. So I
So do
think
you
that's a
measure
good thing.
them?
I
do you do a
do.
full
I do,
measurement?
yeah, I
Okay,
do.
so what's the important parts of the body that you measure? Measure.
Oh,
sorry.
well, like I get a lot of guys that want to build chest and arms,
Right.
so that's like a big thing that they want to measure. So how are you going to assess if they actually got bigger if you don't measure
If you
that?
don't measure, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of trainers that do not measure around, so
So you do before and after kind of picture or something like that.
I let
Or
them do the before and after on their own in private. If they want to send them to me, then that's fine. I don't post anything like that on my social media just yet. But as far as that goes, that's for their own privacy. But I do keep the assessment of when they start with me, and then in 6 weeks, we have that. If they didn't progress at all, then we reevaluate what they're doing with their nutrition. And because I'm specializing in one thing, I don't want to like put too much bulk into another where we have a person that's specialized.
So do you refer them to a nutritionist?
Absolutely.
Immediately.
If they
So
know
you guys
every
can
aspect of it, then he can work with it.
I've never gotten a client from Evan. Never.
Evan?
In her
Evan?
defense, I just met her 5 minutes ago.
But have you ever
Evan,
gotten a
Kevin.
client from Kevin?
No.
Oh, fair.
So there
Forget.
you go.
Good
Yeah.
call.
Right?
So true.
I just think if you can get the best thing out of like the specialty that we have, then that's what I'm going to give you. If I know fitness, that's what I'm going to give you. I'm not going to give you like half.
Yeah.
You can say half-ass.
Okay, half-ass. I'm not
I mean,
gonna
he
give
said
you
the F word.
Did I?
many, yeah.
Half-ass?
So,
Half-ass.
yeah.
Right.
I
It's a
always
new
look for-
exercise. Half-ass.
Right. She's exactly right. So when I have trainers that send me clients all the time, and I don't step on their toes. I'm like, they'll ask me, should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? I was like, ask your trainer. I will say, you probably want to stay away from this. For example, they're like overtraining and the cortisol's going through the roof, and that's why they're hoarding. You know, it's like maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, there's the three
Okay.
hormones: the estrogen, insulin, and cortisol. Those are your three enemies. You know, so we want to control those 3. Control those 3 through not so much training, but as in knowing when to train, how to train, how intense to train or intense not to train. When I used to work with competitive figure and physique and bodybuilders, the last week before the show or 10 days before the show, stop training, no cardio, no nothing.
Really?
So just to get that water off, because the work is done. You're not going to build anything,
right,
you know. So
right.
it's pull it all.
But they
off.
don't lose it in 10 days? I
Hell
mean,
no way. They look 10 times better. It's all about manipulating the water at the very end anyway, so you can actually see the definition. But yeah, it's like get rid of the water, because think about this. Let's say we slammed your thumb in the door and it swells, right? So that's inflammation. So that's your body
Right.
just protecting itself. So if you're on the step mill 2 hours a day, or if you're training with intense heavy weights, an hour every single day, we got to stop that so that you can stop the swelling, stop the inflammation,
Right.
And get it out of the way. So
And
you
the
can-
true body comes out.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
what type
exactly.
of meds could you recommend if like someone if you're what do you call this? If you're
Nutritionist?
if your client is inflamed.
So what kind of
'Cause,
methods?
like, yeah, because like sometimes when I work out, I get easily like the next day I was like I'm like ugh.
Okay, so part of like a program, I always assess emotional, chemical, physical stresses. So it says like nutrition on my masthead, but that's only one part of metabolism. The other part of metabolism is inflammation. So we look at I have everybody fill out this documentation paperwork, like family health history, medications, because that's your chemical stresses. Physical stresses are not just overtraining, it's under eating, so catabolism. So your body's breaking down, increasing cortisol, lowering thyroid, lowering stomach acid, all that fun stuff. So usually before anybody even walks in the door, I get one look and I already know what's going on with them. And that's, people will say, are you psychic? I'm like, no, it's called experience. I'm like, no.
Can you just look at me and
Yeah.
tell me what's going
Oh,
on?
you're all fucked up.
Am I?
I don't know what's going on with your hair.
Oh, the hair.
Your
Don't talk
hair.
about the hair. I'm having a bad hair day.
Okay.
How can
I'm
I
like,
get
wait,
better?
wait, it's like perfect.
Seriously, like what type of like specific diets could you recommend to
Well,
not just me but like to
Obviously,
people?
there's always the 5 things: removing yeast, gluten, mold, refined sugar, dairy. So
Okay,
it's
repeat
Well,
that
that's
again.
a lot.
Slower.
yeast, gluten, mold, refined sugar, dairy. Those are like the 5 things. I have keys for reducing inflammation. There's the absolute no's, then there's the moderation, then there's the stay away from this. But it's also not just about removing certain things. It's also implementing the 91 essential nutrients. So there's 60 vitamins, 16 minerals, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids.
That sounds like a lot of work.
No. Very easy.
it does.
It's 91. You gotta,
Well,
anyone-
that's his job.
Right.
It's like second nature to him.
So right,
But you said those 5 things. You said mold.
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 What talk
So
to me
like
about
cheese.
mold.
Cheese?
Cheese is mold.
Choose mold, like blue cheese, all mold, right?
Mold,
Oh yeah.
Or legumes.
With a good glass of wine?
Yeah,
Oh.
right. Yeah, so more mold.
It's like oh
Is wine
good.
mold?
Well, no, mold, wine. Mold is mold. No,
Mold is
wine
mold,
is
right?
yeast, sugar,
Yeast
and
and-
yeast, sugar, and mold.
So we can't even drink wine.
No, you can,
No,
but
you
you got to
can't.
drink water with it.
Oh.
So you got to dilute.
Well, but I believe that everything should be like in moderation.
I believe that
you
too.
can
Yes.
eat anything, but like you don't have to eat like so much. You
Right.
know?
So no, I disagree. I don't think you can eat anything. So like, there's certain things like some people cannot touch like gluten ever. So
Okay.
you have like a 3-week rebound. That's like trans fats. Trans fats hang around the body also for 54 days. So it's like no.
Example,
But trans
what
fats
is-
are in everything right now.
No,
I mean,
it's just in
Not
fast food.
everything.
Mainly in
Oh,
fast
just
food.
in fast foods,
Yeah,
that's
fast
it?
food,
Yeah.
Don't eat fast food.
I try not to. I mean, I don't think In-N-Out Burger has any fat in it,
Oh
right?
God.
Well, it has fat in it, but you know, I believe it's not.
But-
I believe most people come to me and they're like, "What's in this? What's in that?" I'm like, "I don't know.
I know where you
Let me
go,
see.
yeah.
Give me the label. I'll tell you.
Read the label,
Let me
right?
tell me. Show me." Everybody always sends nutrition facts. Nobody ever sends the label. That we're like
yeah.
ingredients. I want to see ingredients, not just it has
Do
this
you
many
do that?
carbs.
No, coincidentally I haven't had anyone even ask me about any kind of nutrition facts or anything.
Wow.
No, but do you read the labels
They have their
actually
own
when you're-
program a lot of times when they're like coming to me, which is interesting.
But do you read? Do you like
Do you
when you
read,
go
like-
buy things? Do you read all the labels and like what you are going to ingest in your body or not?
I mean, I think if I'm questioning it from the gate, I'm not going to buy it. I try to stay on the outside of the grocery store, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anything
Oh,
on the
yeah.
inside.
That is key advice.
Yeah.
from that.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
that's how I tell my clients like
Right.
general advice.
So
Stay
outside, like
outside.
the produce,
Yeah,
anything in
and
the
the
middle,
wine,
I
the
mean, you're-
produce and the alcohol.
You're
because
trying
that's
to
normally
maintain
on
it
the
for a long
outside.
time. Yeah, well, I mean the alcohol, but, like we're good.
Right?
That's a good.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just the
actually I never
easiest
thought
way
about that.
to tell
Yeah.
like a random member how to shop. Like if you have 2 seconds, it's like on the outside. It makes sense.
Yeah, but how do I get my toilet paper and my paper goods? They're on the inside.
You know,
Find
I've
that
never been
aisle,
shocked
close your
these
eyes,
days
and
for some
run.
reason.
No, that's very true. So if I were to want to work out, which I think about a lot, and say hi to my girlfriend Katya.
Hi,
Katya,
Katya,
girlfriend.
baby.
who really wants me to work out, right? And at least build the chest up.
Yeah. She
I-
needs something to hold.
Right? I mean, there's something to hold now, but she just wants it to be firmer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But no, seriously, you know, I'm busy. And like working out is the last thing on my mind.
Right.
I wake up early, I go to bed really late, and I have horrible eating habits, and I drink once in a while. So if I want to start doing something, what would be like the first thing? What would you advise me to do at home before I come see a personal trainer so I'm ready? What would you advise me to do?
The first tiny change.
Yeah.
Diet or no?
I mean,
No, I mean
diet's-
physical. I mean physical work. Yeah.
Diet's always just a part of it. I mean, if I were you, if I did not work out for a long time and I really, really wanted to start, I would like figure out what gym to go to first and then get my butt in there.
And
Because the
that's
moment
it.
you talk to someone that really connects with you, personal trainer, a general manager, something like that, they really connect to you. That's like convincing you right off the bat. Someone that understands where you want to go, figure out your why. Believe it or not, training is a lot. It's
Is why.
emotionally based.
Really?
Like, if you do not like the person you're training with, it's not going to
Forget
motivate
about
you
it,
at
yeah.
all
Forget about
to come in.
I've been-
And that's honestly the first step. Like
Just get
figuring
my
out
ass in
your
the
own
gym.
why and then finding someone that understands it.
Why? Why would somebody want to work out, Kevin?
Pay now or pay later, I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
If you're not, yeah, you're gonna
preventative.
Yeah.
Did you just ask that question?
Why?
Why would anybody want
Yeah,
to work
because
out?
he's a nutritionist. He's
Yeah.
a trainer.
A lot of people ask that
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Why?
Actually.
Why
They're
would
like,
somebody?
Why should, especially
Yeah.
if they're aesthetically okay,
Right.
like just genetically.
like
they're like,
me,
I don't
right?
need to work out. A lot of people don't think about what's going on inside.
Side.
Right.
Like they're just like, I'm fine, I'm skinny. Like
Right.
they don't realize their body fat percentage is actually through the roof. Their lean body mass is.
So it's not by
picked up.
pinching it, right? Go. Look, I have
I mean,
no
you can
fat.
pinch with calibers and stuff, but like,
Yeah.
for instance, I get a lot of like model girls. They don't want to lift or anything, but they want to get toned like the Victoria's Secret models, all that
Right.
stuff. I totally get it. I get it.
It sounds like me.
That's really nice, but they don't realize their body fat percentage is so high because they don't look fat. They're tiny. They're tiny.
Really?
They have they're skinny fat, and you don't want to say it.
Right.
Or
Skinny fat. I
they're
love
the
saying
girls that are on the cardio machines the entire time, and I'm sure that makes them feel great. But
But they don't lose
reality
the
of the
fat.
matter is you have to put resistance on.
Okay.
God, I need to lose this.
So explain. Have you ever heard of skinny fat?
Yeah, today.
Today, right? So
Right
I mean,
now,
how is
well,
that?
I am.
How do you measure body fat? It's
We have
not-
an in-body machine.
There's
Right.
a machine that's
Yeah.
actually
But
Yeah.
how are skinny people like the models, the Victoria's Secret? How are they fat? Where?
Well, they don't have enough muscle to
Yeah.
support their lean tissue. So you always can tell by someone's posture. So that by their shoulder retraction, chest elevation, right?
Right.
So if they don't have enough muscle around their spine, they don't have good posture.
They'll be like this.
Yeah.
So
sitting-
what type of exercises would you actually recommend for someone like that slouch all the time?
I really like band pull-aparts. I do it for my 18-year-old, and I do it for, I have a 73-year-old that absolutely loves it.
What is it?
I do band pull-aparts as, as like just a beginner exercise for anything. I do it with like anyone. I watch bodybuilders do it there too.
Yeah.
It's such a good, healthy exercise. You're hitting the rhomboids. It's really straightening your back, opening your shoulders and chest. That, to me, is a really, really healthy exercise for every single person.
Is there a certain band that you should?
You just get those long resistance tubes with like the handles or whatever. You
Not
can
like rubber bands.
buy any kind of band. I actually have little tiny mini bands. So if we don't have those available, we just have them right here, just going
Like this?
Yeah, because it gets busy in there.
Yeah.
So you just grab what you
That's
have.
true. But even the exercise itself works. I mean, even if you don't have the restrain of the band, right? Even just the exercise,
The movement,
of
are
your
you saying the
movement,
movement?
right?
Right.
The
You
Sure,
can
getting
do it.
blood
You just
flow,
gotta
yeah.
keep your shoulders down.
Right.
And
Well,
out.
what you're doing,
Stop.
like increase heart rate, so you can get blood flow and oxygen to the area, to the muscles. Like
Yeah.
when you're talking about peripheral neuropathy and like numbness in the hands and feet, when you're talking about like diabetics, type 2 diabetics, or type 1 technically, they've got glycated hemoglobin, so they've got candy-coated red blood cells, so it's not carrying the oxygen, so they start getting numb. So like the solution to that is just start hydrating to get the proper viscosity in your blood.
Is
so it
that
can
what
transport-
causes numbing?
Yeah, numbing.
Really?
Yeah. So
I actually wake up sometimes in the morning. No, seriously,
Me
with like
too.
Yeah.
a numb right
well, you might
hand.
have
And,
slept on your arm funny. That could
yeah,
be
and
sleep
I'll like in the
patterns.
middle of the night, I'm like,
Oh, your hands are somewhere.
It could just be right.
Shouldn't be.
God, you can't sleep on
Between
that
two
arm.
pillows. it could just, or that could just be a dehydration.
Yeah.
Oh, I drink. I drink a lot of water.
Okay, how much water is a lot of water?
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
point.
yeah,
I read
good
an article. We're
question.
going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
I do probably 6 to 7 bottles.
A
6 to
day?
7.
A
What
day.
are these? What are these guys?
Yeah.
These are 16. So half a liter. Okay, so 3 to 3.5 liters a day. Okay, not bad.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's great for it. Yeah.
That's better than a lot of people that I
Yeah.
know
So what
about.
would
That's
you
tremendous.
recommend?
A half ounce per pound of ideal body weight every day. So whatever your ideal body weight is in your mind, which I'll tell you how to do that anyway, and Evan will back it up, depending on frame size and then by height and by gender. So you take your ideal body weight and divide it in half, and that's how many liters you should be drinking. And then for every hour of exercise, like cardiovascular, another liter of water.
Another liter of
A
water.
liter of water during every hour.
It should be easy.
It's
I
just a
think, though.
lot
You
of
should
water.
want it really
Yeah,
bad
right?
when you're training. Like you
Yeah,
should be,
you want to drink it.
Yeah.
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 So whatever you lose, you drink.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty
just-
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so like you've had this. How many times have you had it in Evans when you're training someone? They're like, I'm just not feeling. I'm not strong today. I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's your
All
body
the
pulling
time.
wattage.
All the
So
time.
your body's not meant to cool itself off. It's not an air conditioner. So your air conditioner is your
Is
water.
Water.
That's what cools you down.
So like if you're not drinking enough water, it's not circulating through your system. Your body will pull wattage to maintain temperature, and you'll get weak. So you got to go in hydrated. You always got to go in hydrated.
Always hydrate.
You get a lot
Now,
of people
okay,
that, I
let's
need
talk about
carbs.
water, huh?
They're like, oh, I need carbs. I'm so
Like,
tired.
no,
I'm like, no, you
water.
need water.
I
Oh,
say I need
really?
sugar.
So I should drink instead of eating carbs because I eat carbs every day.
I mean, you
like
need
rice,
Carbs. You
serious
need carbs.
rice and bread every day.
I
I
me
love
too.
rice.
Really?
I don't do bread. I cut out the bread. I don't
I
do a
can't
lot of
cut it
bread,
off.
but I do pastas. I do rice. I do
Oh
you know I
my
eat
God.
carb.
Right.
Lots of pasta. Love French fries.
Yeah.
I feel like if
They
you
don't
don't do
love you
enough
back.
studying,
Oh, they do
carbs
actually.
have a bad rap.
I'm going to tell you a little story.
Tell me a story.
Tell us.
Tell us a story.
So I just lost 25 pounds.
I found it.
What did you do?
Keep it. I don't want it back. But you know, I and tell me if I'm right because it's kind of working for me, and I don't know if it'll work for everybody else. But I think eating is more mental than it is physical. Okay, because if you are mentally accepting and happy about what you're eating, it actually affects your body differently.
Of course.
So, right?
Yeah,
Am I correct
100%.
on that? Yeah.
That's true. I mean, are you happy about hamburgers? Is that what you're talking about? Like
No,
when you're eating?
so I did this thing, and I've been doing it for like 6 months, and everywhere I go, and I eat fries, and I'll order a fry, big fries, and I'll eat them, and I go, you know, every time I eat fries, I get happier, I get healthier, I become better looking, I lose more weight,
That-
and
So
literally,
it's all mental, is what you're
it
saying.
really is, and it's
look at yourself in
actually
the
work.
mirror.
That's called
I-
cytotoxic.
If
So
you
it
feel
tastes
good.
good and it excites the brain, but it's
It's a-
toxic for you.
It's not good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it worked though.
Right.
Mentally, I still lost weight
I mean,
Mentally.
because my brain goes, he's eating fries, shed the weight.
I mean,
Oh my god.
I know.
guess that'll work for
He's
now.
going to think
Lost
we're
my
totally.
I'm like this. I'm like, you ate fries? I'll try it. Let's do it.
yeah.
Fry diet.
the fry diet,
The
yeah.
fry diet.
The fried
People,
guy.
they'll buy anything.
I guess.
Right?
I eat a lot
I'm
of
writing
deep
a book.
fried.
They would love that.
The
Actually.
fry diet.
Who does not
Yeah.
like fries? Like legitimately.
Right.
Yeah, everybody loves fries.
Yeah.
So water. You're going to ask something about water?
I forgot because of
Okay.
your
I think I know what
story.
you're going to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
So I read an article the other day and says you don't need to drink 8 glasses or 8 ounces of water
Right.
every day. And, went into this is all a myth. Is that true? Not? I mean, do you need, and I know you said half of your ideal body weight plus.
Right, and as a general rule. So that's a
Okay.
general rule. Everybody's different. So obviously, let's say you're dealing with somebody that's on beta blockers, calcium channel blockers with high blood pressure. They don't need a lot of water. They need just enough water because you don't want to have what's called hypernatremia. So that's when you push out your electrolytes.
Okay.
So you need just enough water. People that are on diuretics for congestive heart failure, things like that, hydrochlorothiazide and other diuretics, you don't want to be adding too much water. It'll just keep peeing it out, and then you don't need it. So everybody's different, but as a rule of thumb, ½ ounce of water per pound of ideal body weight every day.
Okay.
I changed it to ideal. It used to be a ½ ounce per pound of body weight until the first 500-pound guy walked in my office. And I was like, I'm not, no, you can't.
No,
This is
I'm not
drink that
sticking a
much.
hose
Right, 'cause
in
it's
my mouth.
Right. I'm like, this isn't going to work. And then you know what? Ideal.
So what does that mean, ideal, though? So my ideal weight is 80 pounds.
So
I mean,
how tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 7 foot tall
You're 7
on the
I guess I thought-
inside.
yeah.
I'm 5'6".
So 5'6". So for males and females,
No, he is not. I am 5'6".
you're 5'6"?
I'm taller.
Is he heightening?
You're
I'm
5'6"
kidding.
with heels.
I was gonna say I didn't want to call her out because I'm
Bullshit.
wearing them too.
I got to call her out on it.
Right. So if male and females are alike, if we're all 5 foot tall, we should be about 100 pounds. But depending on your frame size, and you determine that by your radius and ulna, your forearm, out to out. So
Yeah.
you could take your thumb and middle finger,
I have.
put it around your
Okay.
wrist. If they touch, you have like a normal size frame. If they overlap, you got a small frame. If there's space, you got a large frame.
I have a large frame.
So if you're are you 5'6"?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 times 8 pounds per additional every inch for a male. So 6 times 8, 148 would be our ideal. But what was your frame size? Let me see. So you got a large frame. So add 15 pounds to that.
Okay, so that would be 161.
Is it? Is that right?
Yeah, you
Six
said
times-
146.
6 times 8, 48
Right.
plus, 15. You did good math. So 161 would be your ideal weight.
Congratulations.
I didn't even think about it.
I was like, wow, I didn't do long division.
Right?
I was gonna pull up my calculator.
It's all right.
That is so funny.
But I've got everything from like IMG models to like football players and whatnot. So those aren't, and there's no rule that's hard and fast. Like everybody's a little bit different. There's play either way, and people might be going for a different look. When people come to me and they're getting ready for a role, for a film or whatever, it's like, okay, shut the fuck up and just do what they want to do.
Okay,
I'm
you
not-
love throwing that
Yeah.
F word
Oh,
around.
I'll-
Yeah, I love
okay.
it. Okay, that's cool.
I tolerate.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I tell her.
Sam, it's okay.
Right. They
Hi, Sam. Is
What
this
up,
okay
Sam?
to do the
This is
F
a family show.
Yes, it is.
We have kids watch.
Are there?
No, I'm kidding.
Really?
So
There are
always wanna
some
be-
kids.
So I don't do what's necessarily healthy. I do what they want.
Right.
So it's when anybody walks through the room, and you know this,
Yeah.
Evan, it's not about you. It's about them. It's like it's about service. So I want this. I'll try to guide them and say that's not healthy.
But I'll do
But
it.
if they're
Yeah.
getting a
Yeah.
paycheck of $10 million for the next film,
Yeah.
all right, shut up, Kevin, and just do what they want you to
I
do.
always think
Yeah.
of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No, not Tom Cruise.
I fantasize.
Bradley
about Tom Cruise.
Cooper?
No, Tom Hanks
Tom
in
Hanks?
Castaway.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally gained 40 pounds, and then he lost for the movie when he started out.
Right, when he was on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally lost, I think, like 60 pounds
Yeah.
to just for the movie. I mean, is that a healthy thing?
No, of course not. Absolutely. No.
Like
But he got
Matthew,
paid for it.
the Matthew
It's-
McConaughey
is it Matthew
movie?
McConaughey? Is that who I'm
Yeah,
thinking
he
about?
was
so
recently.
big, like-
super
Yeah.
duper big.
I didn't even see him. I heard he looked as gaunt. He's a
He
pretty
was-
small guy
Yeah.
too.
He looks like retarded
there was a lot of hype
at
about
that movie. Like,
I
Yeah.
thought he was sick.
Well, then there was
Yeah.
Christian Bale in The Machinist, right?
Yeah.
He got
And
super
he
scrawny,
lost
and then he got
everything.
huge in Batman. And I loved him in
Is that
American
healthy?
Psycho.
Okay.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
good. Well, think about it. Like every time you get bigger, and when they talk about BMI, I don't care if you're putting on body fat or you're putting on muscle. Your heart, the pump, still has to pump blood to a bigger body or a small,
Right.
and then your vascular system has to get bigger to accommodate for the blood flow, and then you get smaller again, and now you get these big veins. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't shrink.
No, it takes time.
It takes time
It
for
takes
them to
time.
shrink.
Yeah, like any cells, will regenerate after about 21 days. So yeah, there's a lag time. There's a
Yeah.
lag time.
It's really sad because we do, like what we were talking about in the parking lot, we work in an industry where to some of these people, the science and the health really doesn't matter. It's really how they want to look. LA's
Wow.
aesthetically based, and they just want to move. They don't care if their squat form is perfect, whatever. You got to kind of figure out a way to play the game safely.
Right. Evan,
And
how
make
many
them
times do you
very
hear
aware of
this? Fix me.
I can't.
She just heard it in the elevator coming
you
up.
did not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fix me.
Evan,
Like,
fix me.
Right.
you try your hardest to be like the most professional trainer, but at the end of the day, they are paying you and they will move on and
If
find
you don't
someone
do
that
what
makes
they
them
want.
sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds crazy.
It's
though.
super
I mean,
common.
Yeah.
If I'm going to pay somebody, I'm
Especially
going to
in
listen to
LA.
them. I want you to tell me what's
That's
best
you.
for me.
Yeah.
I love you. Sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you don't go to a
exactly.
doctor and say, "This is how I want you to perform my brain surgery."
Right.
You
Yeah.
let them do it. This is what you're
Yeah.
paying them to do.
Well, you put them through like foundation, like fundamentals, all that stuff. But when you're going that slow, they're wondering why they're paying $150 just to be going like up and down and trying to fix their knees caving. They don't understand
Right.
why
What-
we're doing
yeah,
that.
me
I'm
too.
paying you
They just want to
$150 to
get
make me
skinny
squat.
fast, or like if they have a role, you have more than just that actor on you. You have everyone. So
Right.
it's like, okay, got to make a move. You're just basically there to make sure they don't get hurt.
Oh.
I did something. So with my website, I took down my pricing. I stopped doing. I didn't. So because people would look at it, maybe look at pricing and walk away.
Yeah, I think it's
I do
scary.
enrollment calls only now. So
Yeah.
because I'm at a point where I'll work with who I want to work with. I only work with people that have the right mindset. Otherwise, I can't.
Absolutely.
If they're not ready to do it, you can't force
Yeah,
anybody.
you
You know,
can't
the
force.
old adage, you can lead a horse to water. But I have a system. Right? So then my intake visit's 90 minutes because I have to learn all about you. Like, let's say you're 50.
Yeah.
I got to learn the last 50 minutes
Yeah.
or 50 minutes, 50 years of your life,
Hey,
how you got to this
51
point.
minute a year. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's
and
all
then
good.
and then devise their program that day. So it's based on activity levels or lack of activity levels. It's based on current nutrient patterns. It's based on where you're at. Like, are you insulin resistant? You know what I mean? Are you do you have food allergies? Do you have food sensitivities? Are you not going to touch this? Not going to do that? Do you have religious? Are you a vegetarian, vegan? So it takes a
lot
long
of
time.
information.
Tons of information.
It's a lot of
soul
information.
sucking.
do you create a chart basically for?
Yeah, I tell them exactly what to eat, how much to eat, and when to eat it. So yeah, I put together their exact protocols by the end of the visit based on that. I call that phase like the honeymoon phase for the next week, because when they come back, yeah, so like it's start hydrating, and then it's eat in the patterns that I've set forth for you for the next 7 to 14 days. I'll have your supplementation protocols put together. So with AM, noon, PM, pre-workout, post-workout, whatever it may be, depending on your nutritional deficiencies or nutrient deficiencies. So then when you come back, then we go through it. Then that's when the nutritional marriage starts.
Do you follow what you preach?
Yeah. Depends on what day it is. Yes, I am guilty of not taking care of myself. I work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and Sundays I go in just to do some.
You're servicing
Yeah,
others.
yeah.
You're,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
your talent and helping others, but you're
Right.
forgetting about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Common.
It was very common.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
super
absolutely.
common.
And that's why I asked that question. I mean, a lot of the service professionals,
Yeah.
they end up caring so much about what they're doing, they literally
They
forget about
lose
themselves.
themselves,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's a discipline that comes with it too. Like obviously, not to binge eat.
Right.
Whereas
Right.
clients don't know any better. Like you say, the honeymoon phase. At the very beginning, when you get a client that's like, they're like all or nothing, they go through this kind of honeymoon
Yeah.
phase, and then they just fall off completely, and it's a complete failure to them. Like it's
They go
hard,
the
hard to
complete
get
opposite.
them to come
Yeah.
back.
That's just that's 2017. These are the people like, I want everything right now. An ATM
Absolutely.
machine, you can go on the
Instantaneously. Isn't there an app? Is there an app?
Right.
for me?
There's
There
a
is.
lot
It's
of
called
apps.
it's called Magic. You can just get anything. I swear it exists.
yeah.
But it can't get you the body you want. So I look at the weight loss, because people do mainly come to me for weight loss. I'm more concerned about health, and weight loss is a side effect.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like
Oh,
it's going to come off.
absolutely.
I want to lose
Yeah.
like weight like quick because I don't like.
What were we just
patience.
talking about? What were we just saying here?
So how do you
It's
do that?
not good.
How do you do that?
How do you lose weight quick?
Yeah.
The wrong way.
Like how?
That's
Not
so
eating?
true. I
Just
always
drink
tell
water?
my clients it's the Miley Cyrus diet.
Oh.
She lost 25 pounds in 2 weeks, something
she
like
really?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
How the hell do you lose
Cut off-
25
you
pounds?
Cut off your arms and
don't
head.
eat at
Right?
all and you
Exactly.
run. She's skinny fat.
Yeah.
I mean,
the epitome.
I mean,
Of skinny
sometimes
fat?
she looks
Oh, yeah.
good,
For
but
Really?
me, I feel like if I don't eat, then I will gain weight. I don't
You
know
will.
for some reason. But if I eat, it's like
Well,
I'm okay.
I mean,
Like,
that's part.
You
That's
need
part of the
to.
metabolism, though. If
Right.
you
yeah,
if
absolutely.
you graze like every 2 hours, it keeps your metabolism going.
That's a misconception. You
Okay.
don't need to eat every 2 hours. No, that's
Like a little
I don't
snack,
think
just
I've ever
you don't
eaten
need
every
that.
2 hours.
So
Huh?
I
I kinda
want to
wish
talk
I
about
did.
that. What is the proper way of eating so you maintain yourself, you look good, and you feel good about yourself?
The most important thing is in the 24-hour cycle is getting in the proper amount of amino acids, so your proteins to support the lean tissue on your frame, and then whether or not you metabolize carbohydrates or fats, which one. So if you're like have a more fat efficient metabolism, we feed you more fats. But if you're going to go like in a ketogenic diet, you have to commit. You have to go like 100%. There's no mixing the two unless you are an athlete where you can get away with mixing the two. So or carbohydrates are basically for people who
scared.
are active. If you're not
Yeah,
active, you
need
don't need a carb.
for the energy,
But
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, physically active or mentally active? Physically,
It's brain power too, though.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
I mean, that's
Sure.
what
But
because
like, I'm not gonna have anyone lift and then be like, "Go get a smoothie." Like,
Yeah.
you need to carb up.
right.
Like,
Right. There's a certain amount of glycogen you carry in your muscles. That's just glucose and water. So sugar and water. It's in your muscles and it's in your liver. So once you've depleted it during Evan's
Workout.
training, right? Then you got to put it back in.
Don't you love Kevin? He's
Yeah.
totally promoting
Yes.
you, and I love that.
I love it.
You
I
just
think
you need to
we-
promote him a little more.
No,
And by the way, this
Like I
is
keep
Kevin
saying, I don't talk.
and Evan. They are the complete package. Are you guys
Kevin,
married
Evan.
separately or
Um,
individually?
Yeah.
Separately together?
Separately, individually.
Separately together.
separately, yeah.
Are you married?
No, man.
No.
No?
Are you married, Evan?
No.
No.
Well, we've been known to actually get couples to hook up on this show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hilarious.
I mean,
This
you
is
guys-
called LA After Dark.
Yes.
LA After
makes
Dark.
sense.
That's right.
L- yeah.
I
Hardcore
feel like it'd be a
nutrition.
little bit vain to be like, "What's up, Kevin?"
You
So-
could,
Like,
yeah.
just like keep
But I mean,
saying
you
my-
guys would be like the perfect package.
Oh, good.
I
Right?
know.
Nutrition.
It's really
I don't think she's
exercise.
interested.
That's
Huh?
that's
I
true,
can see
though,
you
not
guys
to-
at home. He's like, don't eat that. Well, you need to work out more. Well,
like, squat.
right? Squat.
I got married. I was married for 4 months. It was great.
Why so long?
4 months. Tell
Right,
us.
4 months. It was back in Chicago.
Blissful.
We did get in arguments because I actually wasn't an argument. I would throw a fit because she didn't hide the peanut butter well enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was
Peanut
quote
butter.
unquote, I was like, "Are you going to be gymming all the time?" I was like, "Gymming is an adjective? What does that mean?"
Yeah.
Was
Jimmy?
I said, "This is what I do." She's like, "He's gymming."
You're Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yes, I'm
I-
gymming.
That's actually pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
a Moism.
Like-
That's a word I would come up
I'm
with.
taking
like,
that.
You know what
Yeah,
I
you
really
can
want
use
to
it.
talk about? Urine.
Yeah, that's all.
Nasty.
Samples?
Urine.
No.
Well, why
like,
can't we just
what's
talk
the
about
co-
samples? Period.
No, that's samples. I'm talking about so some people are telling me that if you have clear urine, you're like unhealthy. Is that
Wait,
true?
if
Or-
it's super clear, it's not.
It's super
That's
clear?
not very.
That's a great question. I don't. You know what's funny?
It
I don't
smells
know
like
if I
coffee,
can answer it
that's not
100%. Right.
Okay.
So, if it's super clear,
it's
you might be
yellow-
overhydrated.
Yeah.
If you're getting rid of toxins, so
Right.
the nephrons in your kidneys are filtering. So it's going to be filtering some stuff. Yes, like vitamins will come out in your urine after you've used them in the reactions in
Right.
your liver and kidney and other cellular things. But I don't think it really matters.
Really?
Honestly, no. If it's really dark, if it's orange, that means you got
Yeah.
a kidney problem.
yeah, yeah.
Or
you don't
brown.
want it pinkish.
What about
Yeah.
yellow?
Yellow's. I think
Like
yellow's good.
Super
Yeah,
yellow.
but this, like my top, like
I think
I don't know.
it's supposed to be
Can
yellow.
we just pull out the color chart?
Let's call a
Can
urologist.
you
Can
just
we get a
point-
urologist on
she
the
brings
line?
the whole thing out.
Like,
It's a nice hue.
what if it's like the color green? We have
Then you
issues,
drink too
right?
much Monster. Yeah,
Yeah.
lay off the
So
Monster.
green or red, call somebody.
Right.
like
right?
pinkish,
Yeah, you like lay
and
off
you'll
the.
probably feel a little pain to go with
right.
it. So you let
Why is
us
it
know.
burning, mommy?
kind of
No, I just wanted to talk about it because someone brought it up earlier.
Right. I wouldn't focus too much on that little stuff, like the color of your urine. I think number one, just start with the hydration,
Yeah.
and then whatever color your pee is, cool.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay,
at that
cool.
point you're just kind of waiting
Yeah.
for something to happen and then figuring out what it is to
Yeah.
find
Yes, some
your
people does
answer.
that.
Great question,
Yeah.
though.
No, it really is.
No,
I,
and it was
Right,
funny.
and like,
Some people wonder.
I don't think I can answer. Like that's one of those things where I'm like, okay, let's go research it and let's go find out. It's like, is this
so do you
good?
give them like a cup to
Sure.
go ahead
Yeah,
and
of
pee
course.
so you guys look at it and
Yeah.
analyze it? And
Yeah,
is there
absolutely.
like a color chart? And
Yes.
You know,
like
we have to do this.
healthy, unhealthy.
We have to do this in our boomerang.
Not like you're painting a bedroom. Like, seriously.
Right? Yeah.
You go to Home
Look,
Depot.
Very soothing.
Right? Oh, that's it right there.
So
no,
do
I'm
you
glad
think
you brought that up.
cleansing is a gimmick?
What's that?
Cleansing.
No.
I have a lot of clients.
No.
That
Like the 3-day
cleanse.
diet, you mean? Or
Yeah, like
I
those
I guess it
cleansing,
depends on the
detoxing.
cleanse, but like I have a couple
Exactly.
clients that do it, and like mentally, they love it.
Well, there's
So-
juice cleanse, and then there's the master cleanse. So
Yeah,
there's
tell- yeah.
so okay. So the whole idea behind a cleanse is giving your liver and your kidneys a break, and your descending colon and the things. So it's like if you're eating tons and tons and tons of meat, it's a lot of processing, a lot of digestion, a lot of acid. So you're giving yourself just a break. So sometimes, like let's say a 350-pound person comes in my office, I need them to do some sort of cleanse or hydrocolonic therapy. Otherwise, we just start stirring the pot and like releasing more toxins in the body. So I want to start a hydration and get going on a cleanse before we even start the diet, because once they start releasing fat, like fat is this great receptor for toxins, and the fat cells literally open up and release toxins back into the bloodstream. I want to make sure that your filters, your skin, your liver, your kidneys, your colon, everything's clean first. So there's a lot of people doing gimmicks out there, like the catchphrase is biohacking and cleanse and all that other BS. No. I'm like, no, but take it from me, like a cleanse will be like a good start for someone who needs it. You know what I mean? So
I
Yeah,
have this
clean slate.
LPG machine.
Yeah,
I don't know
clean
if you're
slate, that's great.
familiar with LPG machine. Is
LPG,
that,
RPG,
LPG.
I'm thinking about a TV.
It's like a
for some
light
reason.
bulb.
lunchbox propelled grenade.
Sure.
sounds good to
It's
me.
like
I'm
it's
literally
like-
thinking
That
about
was
like
quick,
that
by
LPG.
the way.
the corset.
No, it's not. It's a machine that I use and like.
Yeah, yeah.
recently
She,
the
you
other
sent
day.
me a
Does it
few
vibrate?
snapshots. No,
It's like it sucks in your.
it's like almost like an external liposuction.
Yeah.
And what it does
yeah,
is
that's-
stimulates your
Does it-
your skin.
There's a
I've
service that
never
does
heard
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
have
start
it in
moving
my
the-
place.
You
In
do
my
it.
yeah, I have it in my home.
How's
So
it
I'm gonna-
working?
I mean, it keeps me like
Yeah. Okay.
but I don't
Okay.
feel good like under. I wanna like start
Right.
working out.
See, I've
That's
seen
why
all
you
that.
gotta work out.
Right. There's cool sculpting. There's cryotherapy. Then there's another one now. It's like where they're moving the fat around.
Oh, that's fat transfer.
Fat
But
transfer.
they're moving it all to their.
Why would they
butt.
want to? Yeah, why would they want a fat transfer?
I
The
want my fat to be
Kardashians?
transferred
Oh,
to
they
my ass.
actually literally transfer the fat. You can move your fat.
Yeah,
well,
women
if
fly to
it's just
Miami
sitting,
for that.
yeah.
They go, they get
Miami.
consultations. Then the
Miami.
doctors tell them to gain weight so they can transfer enough to their.
How do you transfer the
rear.
fat?
It's liposuction, and then they
Yeah,
put
Is
it
that
in
all
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
out?
so they suck. I'm
Oh,
not.
I thought there was
okay.
like a non-invasive where they're just like really doing like.
Yeah,
I
literally
haven't
like
heard
like a
of that
magnet.
one,
Yeah.
Like a
but
magnet and moving
yeah,
it to this.
I've haven't
I
heard of
always
that
got to
one, but
catch
that
up.
would be cool.
People come to
I
me. I'm like,
guess.
I'm the nutritionist, right? They come to me. What can I do this? I was like, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like,
all right.
Really?
knock yourself out. Let me
People
know how it
want
goes.
quick fixes, but
Yeah.
it doesn't fix their insides. Like there's nothing that can replace
Yeah.
moving and having a healthy diet.
Right.
Like the moment you start eating clean, or even
Everything
just,
changes.
just cutting a cup of coffee a day, something small, you do feel 10 times better. You hike at Runyon, you feel amazing after, and then
I tried
that's what
Runyon
just
once.
starts it. Runyon's fun for the dogs.
I love
I like
Runyon.
the dogs.
Yeah, I went down. I just couldn't come back up.
Evan, do you work out with your clients, like together with your clients, or?
I do not work out with them. I like I do show them their circuits, but I always, when I do a program, if it's like someone similar to me, I do try to do it to see that they can do it. Like if it's really difficult for me and someone's not at the cycle that I'm at, then I'm gonna regress that. Because I'll like have ideas, stuff they need,
and
then
you'll be
regress.
overworking anyway. You'll be overworking out if you do it with every
Like 20 times.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But some clients, I think some people needs that.
Need
because
it, yeah.
Like my trainer, I work out with him because if he doesn't do it, I'm not gonna do it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
no, but that's true. I think
Yeah.
I have that same issue. I mean, I don't work out because I want to work out with somebody
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get me motivated.
Yeah.
But I haven't found the person I want to work out with yet.
Well,
So
I'm gonna give you.
till I met
There you
Katya,
go.
and now we're gonna work out.
It's always
Yeah,
nice
babe.
having a workout partner.
Right?
I
Yeah.
really like it. Like I don't work out by myself. I do. My best friend works out with me, but we're
Is-
also
is
the
that
same
how
athletic
you
level.
stay sexy? Can you tell us your tips on
What
how do
me?
you?
I like to lift heavy, like, but it's
So
hard
what's heavy?
to get.
What do you bench?
So I don't do bench because I'm in recovery.
Okay.
But I do hip
I don't know what that
thrust.
means.
I hip
But-
thrust like 360. My goal was to hit 400 pounds.
You do
on the
what with
What?
400
hip
pounds?
thrust?
It's for glutes, it's for the booty.
it's for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
booty.
I know, you got that. Hip thrust.
Yeah.
I hip thrust like 400
But
pounds
that's
too.
that's the
Yeah.
only
And
one. I,
maybe
got the-
500 pounds.
My ex.
yeah, that's the only one I maxed out on so far. Otherwise, I am an advocate of that kind of like the good stress on the body. I don't think that you can find improvement just doing body weight, but that
Right.
I feel like everyone's kind of different when it comes to that. But
It's
I've
about
seen-
recruiting the muscle fibers, right? It's like,
Yeah.
and people respond differently. And like you said, it's like you're asking her about being sexy, and right, and like having a curvy but lean physique,
Yeah.
right?
Because I kind of want that.
But
for
you
the
still got to
summer.
put the stress on the muscle.
You do.
She'll tell you muscles are blind. They just respond to resistance. So you got to. So if the muscle won't change unless you put enough resistance on it to force it to change,
That's why the
Yeah.
reps, right?
right? Repetitions under
Right.
tension.
and you're
Yeah.
Right.
you're changing the volume all the time. But it is really hard to convince some people to put that kind of stress on their body. Because the moment, especially girls, start cutting, this
they-
is why I measure, they start thinking you're bulking them. And then you measure them, they may have lost a little bit, and they're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you didn't bulk, you just lost fat
You lost
there,
fat
and now
right
Right.
there.
And now you
Now
lose
it's
the
have
contours,
chiseled
right.
Yeah, yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot,
Yeah.
a lot. And then girls, the girls that I have want to stop resistance and go straight to body weight, like regress their workout. And I'm just, but like I
Right.
said, you got to play the game at some point. And I'm just like, no matter how much you present the science,
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
they have to be happy at the end of the day.
So I
So-
think for me and Abby, one of
Yeah.
the things that we can do to get rid of our 16 packs
16 packs.
of fat, right?
Yes.
I have, whenever I do sit-ups, it hurts my lower back, and it's probably either I'm not doing it right,
Well, it's
or
tight psoas.
huh?
That's the muscle around your hips.
Yeah,
That-
like
you're
tight.
sitting all day long,
I feel
right?
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's literally the most common tight
Right.
muscle ever.
Yeah.
Like-
So
you don't
how do
need
I
you
do-
don't need her or me. You need a massage therapist to loosen them up.
But
like
I
that.
do.
Yeah.
I go to massage therapy all
It
the
takes
time.
a while to get
Yeah,
that one
break that
because
fascia.
how
Yeah.
long you've been sitting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Every single one of
And
my
that's what
clients
hurts
have
your
that.
back when you do
Yeah, because
sit-ups?
it's wrapped right around your sacrum and lumbar spine. It's just pulling on that. So yeah. But I mean, doing the sit-ups right, you
So-
would say
You
you
can-
probably
so-
do like
so-
more
so-
planking and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, the question is, what kind of sit-ups what can I do for my abs that
I
won't put a strain?
Yeah. So diet. Yes,
No diet.
is a huge
I'm working on it, and I
situation.
lost the weight
French.
first.
Yeah.
Fries.
So how do I do
Yeah.
French
crunches?
fries diet.
French, I'm gonna get rid of
Like,
the
how do you
fries.
do core?
Yeah.
So I mean, I would
Core is
recommend
the proper
more
word.
like ab work. To me, when you like, if you're doing leg lifts and stuff, you're kind of just strengthening that as well, and that's something you kind of want to lay off of.
Right.
So the more you're bending and lifting that, you kind of want to stay away from that. Picture just sitting, like right now we're tightening that
Slouching
right
so
now.
bad.
Right.
So if you add a
I'm
desk, a
trying to
lot of
sit
people
up
have
so
the
I can-
stand-up desks, so that helps.
Right.
So that kind of works. But you literally, I do always say this, I want to sleep in pigeon pose. Are you familiar with
What is
yoga?
that?
Yeah.
Literally, your leg is like this.
Right.
I can't do that.
I just want to like sleep in pigeon pose, see, because yours
Because
are
I'm so
probably
tight.
too.
Yeah, I'm so tight.
Yeah,
And what would that do?
that stretches that entire area right
That'll
there.
take
Really?
that. Yeah, that'll take
Yeah.
that stress off the lower back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to do it more.
Honey, pigeon post.
Pigeon pose.
Pigeon post.
It's so comfortable too.
sleeps.
It could, I mean, it could be
Can you
uncomfortable.
can
but
you
it's
show her
like a,
pigeon post so she can help me
Real
later?
quick, yeah.
what the?
You're gonna have to just hold
Yeah.
me up,
It's like a variation of it though. You're just like this, and you bring it up. Obviously, I'm not lying down, but
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
up.
You'll feel it in your butt cheek.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's so
there's
funny.
other things too that helps with that. Like when you're lifting, you could do lunges. Lunges help because that's a motion we do every day. We're walking,
Right.
so lunges help. Say you're doing military presses, you can sit yourself into a split stance, one knee on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
You
wanna
just
work out?
want to always stretch it out whenever you can.
I want to work out with Evan.
We've been
I
saying
want to
that
work.
for a while.
Oh,
We
with
need
Evan,
to.
I'll work out with Kevin.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
I used to have a saying, and it was offensive. We wanted to put it on a T-shirt. Fat girls work out. I train.
Oh,
I like that.
I like
I
it.
would-
But then, I don't know if you noticed the UFC, they didn't steal it. They were like, don't just work out, train. I'm like, damn, they took it.
That sucks. But then some people say those that can't do coach. So
There you
go.
that's kind of like a.
Oh, groovy,
baby.
So anyway,
You know what? That's true, but that's a true saying.
we're,
Those that can do teach.
That's right.
Or
so
coach.
what
Can't do.
would be the best advice you can give to all of the fat people out there?
What the
Oh, jeez.
Other people that,
That's right. You know what?
Abby.
Abby did not mean
that's
that.
that's not what I
But she's
meant.
also talking about her and
Her
I.
16
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah, we're skinny fat.
right.
Yeah.
So-
The first things first. Okay, it's just it's don't be afraid of food. Make
That's what I said. I
yeah.
eat.
Don't be afraid of food. Just make a good relationship with food. Understand that it's nourishing you, and remove the inflammatory stuff. So no
fuel.
breads, yeast, gluten, refined sugar, and dairy. So
Okay.
and then make
So
sure you
brown
hydrate.
sugar is good?
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, brown sugar is still just molasses and processed sugar. That's all.
Okay,
brown sugar
so what sugars are good?
is. So fruits.
Oh, all
Fruits,
natural
yeah.
sugars.
Well,
All-
and then we can go into subsets. So if somebody has bacterial overgrowth, we got to
It's
save
fine.
from
We pay
fructose.
him.
Right.
right?
So yeah, so all sugar is good. No, so go with the single ingredient starches. So the potato, rice, yams, sweet potato, quinoa, oat flakes, oat puffs, oatmeal, things like that. Those are your single ingredient starches.
Okay.
Okay, let's say that again backwards.
Yeah,
Evan,
can you do it backwards?
Hell no.
That's so funny. What for?
advice for
Advice.
not
if-
for fat, but I'm just saying for someone like me that needs to work out.
Oh, just get moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go
Just
up and
get
down the
moving.
stairs right now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, literally, you can do little, tiny, teeny little things, as cliche as it sounds. Stairs over elevator, walk the dog, don't call wag or whatever. Like, just tiny, teeny little things. Make the conscious decision to get your booty in the gym. Even if you are the one sitting on the treadmill, at least you're on the treadmill. So start. Literally, just start.
Just
Start somewhere.
Just
Start
do
somewhere.
it.
All right. So
Um,
where can they find you?
You can go to my website, www.
Look over there and
oh.
tell them. And slow down, Kevin.
Slow
No,
down.
man, this is how I am all day
Yeah,
long.
yeah. Hey, did you get that?
You can reach me you can find me on my website at www.ph2nutrition.com and just contact me through the website. That's
I
it.
love it. Evan?
I am strictly on Instagram at the moment, building my website with our friend
Yes.
at
I like
Evan
it.
Ruiz. Literally, I got my name. That was so cool. Everyone
Love
else is a boy under me.
I love it.
I'm like, I got my name and I'm a girl.
Yeah. And I love that, by the way.
Yeah, my name is Mexican boy, and I'm like a blonde, like
From Santa Barbara.
yeah, complete opposite, total icebreaker.
I
like
love Santa Barbara.
Right? Marie Louis.
That's why I have to put Marie.
Right.
Like, I
right.
have to.
I like it.
I like Evan Ruiz.
Yeah,
What? But you're using Evelyn on
on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we have a lot
Oh,
of
Evan
friends
is
named
Evelyn?
No, my real name's
Evelyn.
Evan.
Evan.
But it's I've had my friends' boyfriends that don't know me call me thinking they were
Evelyn,
cheating because they're
right.
always with me. So I've had that phone call before where they think that Evan's their boyfriend.
Boy,
Oh, I got it.
Boyfriend,
got
right.
it, got it.
Yeah, they got to
We
And
cut
they
it out.
see,
learned to
honey,
change it to
Evan,
Evelyn.
why is Evan calling you?
Yeah, we learned to change it, and that's happened.
Who's
way
mom?
Like,
Why don't you just put
Yeah.
your photo on, have them do a photo of you on the caller
so
ID.
I changed my name to like Evelyn back before like the flip phone had a photo ID.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, cool.
Got
yeah.
it.
So
So-
this was developed a long time ago.
So now I'm Evelyn, I am a girl, and I'm a trainer.
Only when
Yes.
it's an issue. I like Evan as a trainer.
I love Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Evan.
Yeah.
Simple.
I think it works.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank
You've
you
been
guys so
amazing.
Man, they went by fast.
right?
Really?
I
No,
thought
it's
it was
like,
going to
wow.
be draggy.
Hey.
I'm like, ah.
Right.
I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but can we give away next week maybe a session with you and
Absolutely.
a session with you?
Absolutely.
Can we do that next week? Will you
Okay.
email us some information, and next
Yes.
week we'll give it on the show?
Absolutely.
Let's
Yeah.
do
So
it.
tune in next week, and we're going to give away a session with Kevin,
right.
Libby,
Evan.
and Evan.
Valued at $12,000.
Yes.
Well, I like
Oh,
it.
I like it. I may be the one who's taking it.
Nah.
Not kidding.
Coincidentally, she
Abby,
wins.
you did not talk about Abby World at all today.
Oh, man,
It's
Abby,
okay.
sounds
we'll do
fun.
it next week.
Oh, she's got a world.
Yeah. Crazy
Oh.
world. Anyway, so but it's okay. We'll do it.
It's
next
all good?
Week, 'cause
Okay.
We have to wrap up, and thank you all so much for watching. And you are not coming next week, are you?
I will not be here next week.
Yes.
We're going.
I will
Where
not
you
be here
going?
next
Everyone,
week.
I will be.
I know you guys are
looking-
all going to miss me, but I
Yes.
will not be here next week.
I will be looking for some most replacements. So if you You have my number.
for 1 week.
So you guys can win to come.
Right?
Win.
So thank you for tuning in and joining us with LA After Dark with Abby Cubey
And Moe Abourched.
and Moe Abourched and Kevin and Evan. We thank you for being here.
You're listening to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey, only on LA Talk Radio.